most fairy tales start out with do 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 do, so this is love, do 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 do, or some shit like that, or even the Walt Disney sign. That's not how this fairy tale started.
To another video on The Secret Life of Derp. What'd you guys think of the fancy new intro? I decided to try the intro. I see a bunch of YouTubers in general, not just service dog YouTubers, use intros, and I found this really cool intro, the one that I just showed, on my iMovie app on my phone. So I wanted to try it out. So hopefully the video quality transposing from my phone to my camera, not bad, hopefully. Looks pretty good on my phone, so we'll see when I actually edit this video what I think. So you all know this lovable derp right here, and if you don't, this is Jofield. This is The Secret Life of Derp, the one right here that's fixating on everything else. It's really early, guys. It's like 7-ish in the morning. So everybody just woke up at 8. He hasn't had his run yet, so he's all like, ah, super intense. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and dive into Jofield's homecoming. So Jofield currently, as of today, the date I am filming, and hopefully the date I posted this, Jofield is a year and a half. And I've had him for over a year. I've had him since he was 13 weeks old. So we're obviously skipping ahead. So we're going to go back and back and back and back to the very first time I saw Derp. Woo! So the first time I saw Jofield was actually on my breeder's website. Not sure what breed I want to go with when looking for my next service dog, because at this time my first girl was starting to retire. And if you guys want to see a video on what exactly happened to her, let me know in the comments down below and I will go ahead and film that. But by we, I mean my spouse and I were looking at various breeds. We looked at labs. I didn't really like labs. We looked at retrievers. I was actually very interested in this one breeder's set of retrievers. And then, God, I wish I can remember who it was, but somebody had told me to look at his breeder for German Shepherds, because I wanted an active dog that would get me active, but I also wanted a dog that would like chill if I needed to chill, which obviously sounds totally like a retriever. And yeah, that totally is describing a retriever. That is not describing my dog at all. So I looked at his breeder. His breeder is Austin-Tell Shepherds in Shafter? One of those. Schaefer, California. It's about 4 to 5 hours north of where I live in San Diego. And it might actually be longer than that, I think, with traffic. So I followed her, and then I watched this teeny tiny litter of puppies grow up. He was the H litter, so I watched them grow up, and when I was finally dead set on this being the breed that I wanted, when I was finally set on this being the breed that I wanted, I had contacted her and told her what I needed. I told her I needed a dog that could do service dog work, so I need her to temp test it for me. So just as a little heads up, Austin-Tell actually breeds shepherds for IPO. Obviously, not every dog is going to be fit for IPO, just like not every dog is going to be fit for service work. I just happen to be lucky out of that litter that he is a powder puff. Aren't you, Derpy? He's laying down here. He just...
Derpy. Love you. It's a good boy.
So I told her I wanted one of the puppies. She said, okay, cool. I have a litter on the ground now, which is H litter, that is ready to go home. They were currently 8 weeks when I first started looking at them. And I was like, yeah, totally. How much? She told me the price, and I was like, okay, let me see what I can do. I had the money, so I put the deposit down on a puppy. Obviously, I didn't get to pick which puppy. I just put a deposit down. I was like, hey, fit me with a dog. And she's like, okay, hey, so puppies are this much, deposit is this much. So I dropped the deposit. I was like, all right, hopefully I can come up with enough money to get this dog. So I talked to my spouse, and my spouse is like, sure, we can try to take out a loan. We got denied. Or we didn't. We either got denied or we didn't get approved for the amount that I needed. And I told him, like, hey, can't get a puppy this litter. I'm really sorry. I also do dog training on the side, so I was bringing in a little money from that. This was before I started working at the doggy daycare. And I ended up with a board and train client, which was enough money for me to get a dog. But I wouldn't have had it at the time that I needed it. So I got very sad. And then she showed me the picture of teeny tiny baby Jofiel, which is right here. Teeny tiny baby Jofiel. And he's just the smallest little puppo ball of fluff. And honestly, guys, it was love at first sight the minute I saw that picture. I was like, this is my dog. I have to have this dog. At 8 weeks, he was still higher than what I paid for him. And I was like, crap, I just don't have it right now. She's like, okay. She's like, if nobody picks him up by the time you get the money, obviously I can have him. But she can't hold him for me. I was like, all right, cool, I get it. And then she messaged me when he was like 12 weeks old, 13 weeks old, and had said at the time he only had one descended testicle. So he was a cryptorchid, which doesn't affect anything. It just meant that one testicle didn't descend and it was still trapped in the body, so he would have to get neutered pretty early if it didn't drop by 6 months. So I was like, that's fine, I'll take him. I mean, I don't want to neuter him early, but it's fine. We'll do it. And because that's how much I loved this teeny tiny little puppy. So I went and we met at the LAX airport, which there's lots of construction at the LAX airport, and I got lost. Thankfully, my friend Justice went with me. She actually, a couple months later, got a dog from the same breeder, and then a few months ago got another one from the same breeder, so now she has 2 from them, and there's the world's most greatest Sheppies ever. And then, so I was like, alright, cool, let's go. So Justice and I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, hit up Starbucks, and hit the road to go to LAX to be there by 6 a.m. to get this teeny tiny ball of fluff. I was so excited, but honestly, I didn't have anything for this puppy. I didn't have a leash. I had a collar. I think. I don't remember. So I think I bought a collar, but I think the collar that I ended up buying was way too big. I had ordered a collar for him off Etsy, but I knew that was way, way, way too big to fit on him. It wouldn't fit until he was a little bit older. And then we drove. We just drove and drove. There was no traffic on the way there. It was glorious. It was glorious. It was at the end of February when we drove up there. And we made it to LAX on time. I think we were actually, we were a little bit early than when we need to be there. She was already there because she had to ship a puppy across the country. So she was already there, which is why we could meet her there. And we went inside because it was raining. It was a very, very rainy day, which is weird because it doesn't ever rain in California. So you would think this was like an ominous thing of like not to get this dog because it was raining. But I love the rain, so to me, it was the perfect omen that I was supposed to get this dog. Because we'll talk about that later. Ocean, water, calming.
Yeah, ocean is our friend. Moana!
So we went inside the little like animal transport part of the airport and signed the papers. And I finally officially met the breeder. We've been talking for weeks, and guys, even to this day, we still talk. That is how much she loves her puppies. And then we walked outside in the rain, and she took out this teeny tiny ball of black fluff and said, "Here is your new puppy." And it was love. It was, my spouse just came home. It was instant love with this puppy. So we said our adieus. I took him potty, and then we loaded up in the car, and he was whining and crying in the car, which, brand new puppy, you know, getting taken away from littermates, getting taken away from his breeder. I get it. And we, you know, he sat in the front seat with Justice. His butt was on Justice's lap, and his head was like across the thing in the middle of the car console, so that I could still like reach over and scooch his little head. And then he started whining and wanted to get to the back seat while we were trying to figure out how to get out of the LAX airport. And I'm like, alright puppy, like, you can just go in the back seat, that's fine. And wander on the floorboards, which was also bad. You should never let a puppy wander. Ever. And then all of a sudden we smelt something horrific. My teeny tiny puppy had pooped in my back seat. Not once, but twice. And then proceeded to pee all over my back seat. Which,
By the way, I have tan back seats. It was awful.
so we tried to find somewhere to pull over in the LAX so we could clean it up. And thank God I had a bunch of poo bags and stuff in my car. So we grabbed all the poo bags we could and like scooped it all into the bag and tied it up and threw it in my trunk so that we wouldn't smell it while we tried to get out of LAX, because we were trying to find a Walmart at this point. It took us like 20-30 minutes to figure out how to get out of the LAX, even with the GPS, because like I said, they were under construction, so the way the GPS wanted me to go was blocked off and we couldn't go. It was awful. So we had a whiny puppy, a poop smelling backseat, and yeah. So we eventually made it to Walmart, and I did that one thing that I hate everybody doing. I put this 13-week-old puppy in a shopping cart and went to Walmart. To be fair, I was not going to leave my 13-week-old puppy in the car while I went into Walmart to get the cleaning supplies for my car, and I also went and got puppy diapers because I didn't know if he was going to pee again. So we went to Walmart, got everything cleaned up. I actually stopped one of the greeters at Walmart. I was like, "Hey, I know dogs are not allowed in here. He is my future service dog, and he just pooped in my car, and I need to clean it up. And here comes all the dogs. Oh God." So I told the people at Walmart what had happened. They actually laughed and were like, "Oh, it's okay, we allow dogs in here all the time." That's not what I wanted to hear, guys. But okay, cool, great, because not leaving 13-week-old puppy in my car, and I needed to get some stuff to clean my car. So that's all we did. We didn't let him say hi to anybody. He was in a cart. We ran, we grabbed all the stuff, and left. I had actually bought baby wipes to like try and wipe up my seat, and I also wiped down the cart. Thankfully, I had a blanket in my car, so I had put the blanket in the cart and put him on the blanket so that no diseases were going to touch his unvaccinated feetsies. Sorry, he's on the floor. I'm sure you guys can see his ears popping up every now and then. And then we decided to go, after we got the car cleaned up and de-stinkified, and attempted to put 3 diapers on him because we bought the only diapers they had that were for females because we really needed a belly band, but they didn't have one. And it didn't fit his little butt. 13 weeks old and did not fit his butt at all. So after I got the car cleaned up, we decided to get like brunch. And then at Jack in the Box, it was just a quick drive-thru. And then we went to the Blue Collar Working Store in LA. So if you guys are in SoCal, I highly recommend going there. It's super awesome. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's for working dogs. They have A-frames and those little like pole thingies that they weave through in tunnels. And a variety of gear, and it is amazing. So we went there just because, and also I wanted to pick up some treats while we were in there. And I wanted to introduce him just to new sights and sounds. I do have a video on my Instagram of when he was first introduced to a couple of things, and we started training within like the first couple of hours of meeting each other. Nothing too intense because I don't recommend flooding a puppy. So just quick little sits and just getting him used to his new name, which is Jeffiel, who is that way. So yeah, and then we went home, and honestly the drive home was completely uneventful, thank God. I think he got like all the pooping out of his system, and I was very thankful for that. And we have been together ever since. Hey, so when I got Jeffiel, he was 13 weeks and about 20-ish pounds. He is now a year and a half and is probably topping 80. He is nice. Oh my god. Hi. He's a nice, lean, lanky boy, and I love him even if he's being a jerk and not loving me today. He doesn't love me today, which is fine because we're about to start working. So that is our homecoming story. It is not filled with rainbows and sunshines and unicorns and butterflies and everything that fairy tales are made up of. It is made of poop and pee, all my tan cloth seats. So that's gonna be it, guys. I'm gonna get going. I got some paperwork to fill out, and then we have to go to the doctor. So I will see y'all in my next